The stadium was buzzing, but nothing could prepare fans for the shocking chaos that unfolded during the Arizona Cardinals versus Dallas Cowboys game in Week 9 of the 2025 NFL season. From the very first snap, tensions soared, and what should have been an epic showdown quickly spiraled into an emotional battlefield. Eyewitnesses are still talking about the heated exchanges between players, and insiders are whispering about secret rivalries that may have exploded on the field. You won't believe what happened in the locker room after the game. Reports suggest that teammates were in tears, coaches were screaming, and some players even walked out mid-interview, leaving fans and media stunned. But that was only the beginning. Drama, betrayal, and shocking accusations kept everyone on edge as the night unfolded, leaving even die-hard fans questioning loyalties and alliances. Rumors are swirling that personal grudges between star players may have influenced key plays, and family members watching from the stands were reportedly left divided, some cheering, some furious. Emotions ran high, tempers flared, and secrets that had been simmering beneath the surface for years finally erupted in a spectacle no one will forget. Tonight, you're about to see the highlights and the scandal that nobody dared to predict. As the first quarter began, the tension in the stadium was palpable. Fans were on the edge of their seats, but nobody expected the storm that was about to unfold. The Arizona Cardinals came out swinging, their quarterback throwing precise passes that seemed almost too perfect, while the Dallas Cowboys responded with ferocious energy. On the surface, it looked like a classic showdown, but behind the scenes, things were far from ordinary. Insiders revealed that the Cardinals' star wide receiver had been arguing with the quarterback just moments before kickoff, a dispute over play strategy that had apparently carried over from practice earlier that week. "I told him this play was going to fail," the wide receiver reportedly snapped, his voice shaking with frustration. "And now we're all paying the price." Teammates tried to mediate, but the tension was electric, and every missed pass, every intercepted ball only fanned the flames. Meanwhile, the Cowboys' locker room was no less dramatic. One of their leading defenders had been spotted storming out of the pre-game huddle, muttering under his breath about feeling betrayed by the coaching staff. "They promised me the lead role on the defense, and now they're favoring someone else," he fumed. Fans watching from the stands reportedly noticed his agitation, and some even shouted encouragement, trying to calm him down, but nothing seemed to work. The energy on the field quickly mirrored the emotional chaos behind closed doors. As the game progressed, small incidents began to escalate. A simple tackle turned into a heated argument, with players shouting at each other across the line of scrimmage, and referees struggling to maintain control. The crowd was torn between awe and disbelief, unable to look away from the unfolding drama. The first touchdown of the game should have been a moment of triumph, but even that erupted into controversy. The Cardinals' quarterback threw a perfect pass to the wide receiver, who narrowly caught it in the end zone, sending the crowd into a frenzy. Yet, as fans celebrated, cameras caught the wide receiver pointing angrily at the quarterback, his expression unreadable but undeniably furious. Whispers quickly spread through the stadium. Had personal grudges influenced the play? Was the touchdown truly a team effort, or a begrudging concession from a player too upset to celebrate? Social media exploded with speculation, with clips showing the tense exchange circulating within minutes. Fans were shocked, some defending the quarterback, others siding with the receiver, and sports analysts scrambled to interpret the unfolding story. The tension wasn't just on the field, it was everywhere. Off the field, the drama intensified. Family members of both teams' players were reportedly involved in heated confrontations in the stands. Eyewitnesses described a particularly shocking scene where the mother of one of the Cardinals' rookies shouted at a coach from the sidelines, accusing him of favoritism and emotional neglect. "My son has been working harder than anyone," she reportedly yelled, her voice echoing through the stadium. "And yet you keep benching him." Security had to intervene, but the damage was done. The confrontation added another layer of tension, and cameras caught teammates exchanging worried glances. One of the veteran players approached her, whispering in her ear, trying to calm her down. But it seemed the drama was just beginning. Fans were divided. some supporting the passionate mother, others criticizing the disruption, but nobody could deny the impact on the overall atmosphere. As halftime approached, the scoreboard reflected a close game, but the real story was the emotional battlefield off the stat sheet. Players were visibly frustrated, coaches were pacing nervously, and the crowd's energy shifted between elation and disbelief. In one corner, the Cardinals' quarterback was seen arguing with his offensive line, gesturing wildly and reportedly shouting, "If we don't execute now, it's all over." His teammates responded defensively, the argument escalating to the point where one player shoved him lightly, sparking a brief scuffle before referees and coaches intervened. On the other side, the Cowboys' defense was not immune to conflict either. The leading defender, still simmering from earlier disputes, reportedly told a rookie to "get out of my way or face the consequences," leaving both players visibly shaken. Fans watching on live streams could hardly believe the intensity, and commentators struggled to maintain composure while describing the scene. The halftime locker room stories are even more shocking. Sources claimed that the Cardinals' head coach was seen slamming a clipboard onto a table, shouting at the offensive coordinator for what he called a catastrophic lack of preparation. Players reportedly tried to intervene, pleading for calm, but the coach's anger was relentless. "I can't lead a team if you're constantly undermining me," he bellowed, his voice echoing off the locker room walls. One of the assistant coaches allegedly responded with a pointed remark about personal grudges, hinting that the earlier arguments between players were affecting team performance. The tension was so high that some players reportedly left the room to cool off, while others were seen arguing in small clusters, their faces red with frustration. The atmosphere was charged, a mixture of fear, anger, and disbelief, as if the game itself had triggered a hidden storm. Meanwhile, in the Cowboys' locker room, the situation was equally intense. The star defender, still fuming, reportedly confronted the coaching staff, accusing them of favoritism and neglect. "I've given everything to this team, and you reward the others?" he yelled. Other players reportedly tried to mediate, but emotions were too high, and the argument escalated to a point where the team captain had to step in, raising his voice to restore some semblance of order. Teammates were visibly shaken, and sources say some even considered walking out mid-game if the situation didn't improve. Outside the locker room, fans and media speculated wildly about what had transpired, sharing clips, screenshots, and rumors across social media platforms. The story had become bigger than the game itself, a full-blown saga of emotion, betrayal, and drama. The second half opened with an unexpected twist. A Cardinals running back, who had been quiet for most of the first half, suddenly broke away on a run that seemed almost impossible. But the celebration was short-lived. The wide receiver who had argued with the quarterback earlier reportedly refused to congratulate him, and sources claim he muttered something under his breath about "stealing my moment." The tension between teammates became palpable, and even commentators struggled to maintain focus on the game instead of the interpersonal drama. Meanwhile, on the Cowboys' side, the defense seemed distracted, with whispers of internal disputes affecting coordination. One defender reportedly missed a key tackle, prompting another teammate to confront him aggressively on the sidelines. Fans were shocked as the argument spilled onto the field briefly before referees intervened, adding yet another layer of chaos to an already tumultuous game. Off-field drama continued to mount. Family members of players reportedly had heated debates in the stands, some cheering, some visibly upset by the unfolding chaos. Insiders reported that a prominent coach's sibling, attending the game, was seen confronting fans over social media comments, adding another unexpected layer to the saga. The atmosphere in the stadium was electric, charged with a mixture of anticipation, frustration, and disbelief. Every play seemed overshadowed by personal conflict, and commentators repeatedly described the game as the most emotionally charged matchup of the season. Social media exploded with clips showing players arguing, fans reacting, and even coaches visibly losing composure. The narrative had shifted. It was no longer just a game. It was a full-blown reality drama playing out live. As the third quarter began, tensions reached an all-time high, The Cardinals quarterback reportedly had a heated whisper exchange with the head coach on the sidelines, gesturing wildly and appearing almost on the verge of tears. Fans watching noticed the distress, some shouting encouragement, others expressing frustration. On the Cowboys' side, a controversial call by the referees sparked a near riot on the bench, with players shouting, coaches pacing, and staff trying desperately to maintain order. The drama was so intense had a minor scuffle broke out between players and staff, quickly contained, but leaving everyone in shock. The energy on the field mirrored the chaos in the stands, creating a scene of emotional intensity that had rarely been seen in any NFL matchup. As the game entered the fourth quarter, the atmosphere in the stadium was electric, yet charged with tension that seemed ready to explode at any moment. The Cardinals were leading by just a single touchdown, but the emotional weight on the field far outweighed the scoreboard. Sources revealed that the quarterback had been silently fuming since halftime, his frustration with teammates and coaches bubbling just beneath the surface. One assistant coach reportedly whispered to a reporter, "He's been holding back anger all day and now it's about to boil over." And sure enough, on the next drive, the quarterback's decision-making seemed off, almost as if he were intentionally testing his teammates' patience. Every miscommunication, every missed pass drew louder groans from the crowd, and social media was ablaze with speculation. Fans were shocked, some defending the quarterback's skill, others criticizing his attitude, and hashtags like #Cardinals drama began trending almost immediately. Meanwhile, the Cowboys were not immune to chaos. The star defender, still reeling from earlier disputes, reportedly had an explosive argument with the linebackers during a timeout. Eyewitnesses described him slamming his helmet on the bench, shouting, "I can't do this alone, and if you don't step up, we're done." Teammates tried to calm him down, but the intensity was overwhelming. Some players reportedly refused to engage, while others argued back, making the sideline look more like a battlefield than a professional locker room. Fans in the stands were torn between cheering the energy and fearing the situation could spiral out of control. Cameras caught several heated exchanges, with a few players visibly on the verge of tears. The media began to speculate that personal grudges might have been influencing game decisions, and the drama off the field was now as intense as the action on it. The next play escalated tensions to a breaking point. The Cardinals' wide receiver, still upset over the previous touchdown incident, reportedly argued with the running back mid-play, pointing fingers and shouting instructions over the noise of the stadium. The quarterback, caught in the middle, reportedly yelled back, "Stop arguing and play the game!" But his voice was drowned out, leaving the team momentarily paralyzed. The play failed spectacularly, drawing boos from some fans and shocked silence from others. Commentators struggled to describe the chaos without sounding incredulous, as it was clear that the emotional drama had overtaken the technical game itself. Social media erupted, with clips of the arguments circulating within minutes. Fans were shocked, debating fiercely over who was at fault, and analysts were left scrambling for explanations. The narrative was clear. This was no ordinary NFL matchup. It was a clash of egos, emotions, and personal vendettas. Back in the stands, family drama added yet another layer of intensity. The mother of the Cardinals rookie, who had caused a stir at halftime, reportedly confronted another fan, allegedly accusing them of disrespecting her son on social media. Eyewitnesses claimed the argument escalated to shouting, drawing the attention of security. Meanwhile, on the Cowboys' side, a brother of one of the defensive players reportedly confronted a fan he believed was spreading rumors about the team, causing a scene that nearly overshadowed the game. The family drama mirrored the chaos on the field, with emotions running so high that even veteran fans admitted they had never seen anything like it. Insiders hinted that personal issues between players' families might have been simmering for weeks, and now they had erupted publicly, creating a spectacle that no one could ignore. As the fourth quarter progressed, unexpected twists continued to unfold. The Cardinals quarterback reportedly received a cryptic message from an unknown source during a timeout, causing him to step aside, visibly shaken. Sources say the message contained allegations about team betrayal, sparking whispers among fans and commentators alike. Meanwhile, the wide receiver's ongoing anger reportedly intensified, leading to another confrontation with the offensive line. One player allegedly shouted, "You're not the only one carrying this team," causing the quarterback to throw his hands in frustration and storm toward the sidelines. The tension was so high that commentators described the sideline as exploding with emotion, and fans were glued to the live feed, unable to look away. On the Cowboys' side, the star defender made a move that shocked everyone. Reportedly, he refused to participate in a critical defensive play, allegedly in protest of perceived favoritism from the coaching staff. His teammates were left scrambling, and one defensive coordinator allegedly ran onto the field shouting, "Get back in position or face consequences." The moment was captured live, with fans gasping and social media going wild. Rumors began circulating that this could lead to internal suspensions, or worse, permanent divisions within the team. The drama wasn't just confined to the stadium. The internet became a frenzy of speculation, with fan theories ranging from secret feuds to deliberate sabotage. Emotions ran high, and the tension was palpable in every corner of the arena. Just when fans thought the chaos had peaked, a shocking incident unfolded near the end zone. The Cardinals running back, after a remarkable play, reportedly refused to celebrate with the quarterback and wide receiver. Sources say he muttered under his breath, "I don't play with traitors," igniting a heated argument that required intervention from both coaches and security. The standoff lasted for several minutes, leaving commentators scrambling to describe the scene without pausing for breath. The crowd alternated between cheering the incredible play and reacting in stunned silence to the ongoing conflict. Fans were divided, some applauding the talent, others shocked at the lack of unity. Rumors spread that the running back had long-standing grievances with teammates, and this moment had finally brought them to the surface. The emotional roller coaster continued as the game neared its climax. The Cardinals' head coach reportedly held a private meeting with select players on the sidelines, whispering urgently, as if to resolve a crisis without drawing attention. Meanwhile, the Cowboys' coach allegedly confronted the star defender publicly, raising his voice and accusing him of undermining the team. The confrontation escalated quickly, with players on both sides visibly anxious, unsure where loyalties lay. Fans watching live could sense the tension, and commentators described the scene as a storm of emotions threatening to spill onto the field. Social media exploded with screenshots, clips, and commentary, and hashtags referencing the conflicts began trending globally. The story had transcended sports. It had become a saga of human emotion, rivalry, and betrayal. In a shocking turn of events, reports emerged that a personal dispute between two Cardinals players had influenced a key play. The quarterback reportedly miscommunicated a pass intentionally, leading to an interception by the Cowboys. The crowd erupted into chaos, some cheering the unexpected turnover, others booing the apparent discord. Teammates were seen arguing fiercely on the sidelines, and one veteran player reportedly shouted, "We're losing because of ego, not skill." Fans were shocked that personal grudges could directly affect gameplay, and analysts debated endlessly on air about whether this was sabotage or mere frustration. The drama had reached a fever pitch, and every subsequent play was now tinged with suspense and speculation. Nobody could predict what would happen next. As the final minutes ticked away, the intensity showed no signs of abating. The Cardinals' wide receiver reportedly confronted the quarterback again, this time near the bench, his voice trembling with anger. "I can't believe you just threw that," he shouted, gesturing wildly. The quarterback, equally frustrated, fired back, "If you had caught my last pass, we wouldn't be in this mess." The argument drew immediate attention from the coaching staff, who attempted to mediate, but the damage was done. Teammates were visibly shaken, some trying to stay focused on the game, others distracted by the emotional spectacle. Fans were riveted, and cameras captured every heated exchange. The tension had become the main storyline, overshadowing even the most spectacular plays on the field. Meanwhile, off the field, family members were still embroiled in heated debates. Sources reported that the mother of the Cardinals rookie was seen arguing with a fan over social media comments about the game, while the brother of the Cowboys defender reportedly confronted another spectator for spreading rumors. The drama in the stands mirrored the chaos on the field, creating a surreal scene of interconnected conflict. Fans could hardly believe that a single NFL game could generate such layers of personal, familial, and professional tension. Insiders whispered about grudges that had been simmering for years, now exploding in the most public way imaginable. The final seconds of the game were a whirlwind. The Cardinals attempted a last-ditch play to tie the score, but miscommunication led to a fumble, giving the Cowboys a surprising opportunity. The star defender, despite earlier disputes, managed a critical tackle but reportedly refused to celebrate with his teammates. "I don't do this for anyone," he was heard muttering under his breath. The crowd erupted in a mix of cheers and stunned silence. Cameras captured fleeting expressions of frustration, relief, and disbelief across both teams. Fans were left in awe. Social media was ablaze, and insiders hinted that the aftermath of the game would be even more dramatic than the match itself. The post-game scene was chaotic beyond belief. Fans were still in shock, debating online and in the stands about what had just unfolded. The Cardinals' locker room became a battlefield of emotions, with players visibly shaking, some pacing, others sitting silently, trying to process the emotional roller coaster of the game. Insiders reported that the quarterback, exhausted and frustrated, collapsed onto a bench, muttering, "I can't believe this is happening. It's all falling apart." Teammates attempted to console him, but the air was thick with tension. The wide receiver who had clashed with him throughout the game reportedly refused to speak, staring at the floor, his face pale with anger. Whispers began to circulate that this internal conflict could have long-term consequences for the team's cohesion and morale. Meanwhile, the Cowboys' locker room was no less dramatic. The star defender, still simmering from his disputes during the game, reportedly refused to shake hands with the coaching staff, muttering about favoritism and broken promises. Teammates tried to intervene, but some reportedly walked out mid-interview, unwilling to participate in what had become an emotionally charged debacle. Sources claimed that private arguments had spilled into public view, leaving media personnel scrambling to maintain composure while covering the story. Fans watching live streams expressed disbelief, some cheering the raw emotion, others criticizing the lack of professionalism. It was clear that the drama was far from over. Reports emerged that the Cardinals' running back had confronted the wide receiver in the locker room, accusing him of intentionally undermining plays to prove a point. "You think you're the only one who matters?" he reportedly shouted, his face red with anger. The wide receiver responded with a low, sharp voice. "Maybe I do. Maybe I've been carrying this team longer than you know." The confrontation lasted for several minutes, forcing coaches and teammates to step in physically to separate the two. Fans on social media were quick to pick up on leaked clips, speculating wildly about team disloyalty, betrayals, and secret grudges. The situation was so intense that insiders hinted some players were considering leaving the team if the atmosphere didn't improve immediately. Commentators described the scene as unprecedented in NFL history, a moment of pure emotional drama that overshadowed even the most critical plays of the game. Outside the locker room, family members added yet another layer of complexity. Sources revealed that the mother of the Cardinals rookie had confronted the head coach personally, demanding answers about her son's playing time and allegedly threatening to take her grievances public. The coach reportedly tried to remain calm, but witnesses claimed he was visibly shaken, pacing and muttering under his breath. Simultaneously, the Cowboys' star defender's sibling reportedly stormed into the media area, confronting reporters over perceived misrepresentation of the player's behavior. The scenes were chaotic, with emotions running so high that security had to intervene multiple times. Fans were riveted, sharing videos, clips, and screenshots across social media platforms. The story had transcended the game, becoming a full-blown saga of personal conflict and public spectacle. In a shocking twist, insiders revealed that a secret argument had occurred between the Cardinals' coaching staff and team captain. one that allegedly influenced key decisions during the game. Sources claimed the captain had demanded certain plays be executed differently, threatening to protest if ignored. The coaches reportedly resisted, insisting on following strategy, which insiders suggest led to miscommunication on the field. Players were caught in the middle, with some reportedly choosing sides, creating factions within the team. The emotional strain showed in every play, and fans noticed the subtle but undeniable tension. Analysts speculated that this behind-the-scenes drama had directly impacted gameplay, turning the match into not just a contest of skill, but a battlefield of personal vendettas. The Cowboys were not spared either. The star defender reportedly had a heated exchange with a rookie cornerback over positioning during the final plays. "You're useless if you can't follow instructions," he allegedly shouted. The rookie, equally frustrated, shot back, "Maybe I'm not the problem." Teammates rushed in to calm both, but sources say the argument continued in whispers for the remainder of the game. The scene was captured by multiple cameras, and fans were quick to circulate the footage online. Social media erupted with speculation about power struggles, internal divisions, and what some described as a locker room mutiny. Commentators repeatedly emphasized that the drama had become the dominant storyline, overshadowing the actual competition on the field. As post-game interviews began, chaos continued to unfold. The Cardinals quarterback reportedly walked out of his scheduled media session mid-sentence, muttering something about betrayal and trust. Reporters were stunned, some following him to ask questions, others waiting outside the locker room for a statement that never came. The wide receiver refused to speak as well, leaving a void that only fueled further speculation. Insiders hinted at a series of secret disagreements, ranging from personal grievances to disputes over play execution, all converging in one explosive night. Fans on social media were divided. Some defended the players' right to express frustration. Others criticized the lack of professionalism. The debate was heated, and hashtags referencing the drama began trending worldwide. On the Cowboys' side, interviews were equally revealing. The star defender reportedly gave a terse statement, barely acknowledging the controversy. "We played the game," he said, his voice low and unyielding. Reporters pressed for more details, but he reportedly walked away abruptly, leaving everyone stunned. Teammates provided conflicting accounts, with some attempting to downplay the emotional intensity, while others hinted at deeper issues. Social media exploded with fans dissecting every word and expression, speculating on possible consequences, and debating which team had suffered more internal damage. The drama, it seemed, was far from over. The evening's events took another unexpected turn when sources revealed a confrontation outside the stadium. The Cardinals rookie, reportedly accompanied by his family, had a heated argument with a member of the opposing team's entourage. Witnesses claimed words were exchanged, voices raised, and emotions spilling over in a way that left bystanders shocked. Security intervened, but the intensity of the confrontation suggested deeper animosities between the teams than anyone had anticipated. Insiders speculated that personal relationships, long-standing grudges, and unresolved disputes had culminated in this explosive sequence. Fans were glued to social media, sharing updates, videos, and commentary as the story unfolded in real time. Rumors began circulating about potential suspensions or fines, as league officials reportedly reviewed footage of multiple confrontations. The Cardinals quarterback was rumored to be at the center of several complaints, while the wide receiver's ongoing disputes drew scrutiny as well. On the Cowboys' side, the star defender's public altercations with coaches and teammates reportedly triggered league investigations. Insiders hinted that the fallout could affect playoff standings, team morale, and even player contracts. Fans were left speculating, some excited by the drama, others worried about the long-term consequences. The narrative had shifted. This was no longer just a football game. It was a high-stakes story of betrayal, loyalty, and emotional conflict. The night ended with both teams retreating to their respective hotels, but the drama was far from over. Sources reported private meetings, urgent phone calls, and whispered conversations that suggested unresolved. The issues would carry forward into the coming weeks. Players reportedly discussed their grievances behind closed doors, and insiders hinted at secret alliances forming both on and off the field. The tension was palpable, and fans speculated that the drama would continue to unfold in future games. Commentators described the scene as a new era of NFL spectacle, where personal conflict is as riveting as athletic competition. The story had taken on a life of its own, leaving viewers captivated, shocked, and hungry for more. Just when everyone thought the night had concluded, leaks began surfacing online. Videos of heated exchanges, private arguments, and confrontations with family members appeared within hours, igniting global attention. Insiders claimed these leaks were intentional, designed to fuel speculation and increase public interest. The drama became layered, complex, and increasingly sensational. Fans watched in disbelief as the story expanded, revealing hidden alliances, secret feuds, and moments of raw emotion that no one had anticipated. Social media erupted in discussions, debates, and predictions, creating a sense of urgency and anticipation for the next chapter of this emotional saga. As the night wore on, the drama showed no signs of slowing. Sources reported that the Cardinals quarterback held a private meeting with select players in the hotel lobby, an intense session described as part mediation, part confrontation. Voices reportedly rose and fell in waves of frustration, accusations, and half-hearted apologies. Insiders claimed the quarterback began the meeting by saying, "We can't win like this. If we don't trust each other, nothing matters." Some players nodded in agreement while others remained silent, their expressions hard and unreadable. The wide receiver, who had been at the center of previous arguments, reportedly glared at him, muttering under his breath, "You think this is about trust? It's about respect." The tension was palpable, and sources said that security had to step in to ensure the meeting didn't escalate into a physical altercation. Fans following live leaks on social media were captivated, watching every gesture, every expression, and speculating wildly about the future of the team. Meanwhile, the Cowboys were experiencing their own post-game chaos. The star defender, still fuming from prior conflicts, reportedly stormed into the coaching suite, demanding an explanation for what he described as bias and favoritism. Coaches allegedly attempted to calm him down, but the player's frustration boiled over. "I give everything to this team, and yet you reward everyone else?" he shouted. Teammates reportedly tried to intervene, but some reportedly sided with him, while others remained silent, creating factions within the team. The scene was captured by an insider camera, and clips quickly spread across social media, sparking debates and outrage among fans. Hashtags calling for accountability began trending, and commentators described the incident as a storm of emotion threatening to tear the team apart. Just when it seemed the post-game drama couldn't get any worse, a shocking revelation emerged. Insiders claimed that a secret text exchange had been discovered between the Cardinals' head coach and a former player, allegedly discussing strategic moves in a way that undermined current players. The quarterback reportedly confronted the coach, demanding answers, while the wide receiver reportedly accused the staff of favoritism and manipulation. "This isn't about football anymore," the wide receiver allegedly said, his voice trembling. "It's about control, power, and who gets to decide what matters." The meeting reportedly lasted hours, with tempers flaring, emotions running high, and some players walking out in frustration. Fans on social media were captivated, sharing screenshots, speculating on motives, and debating loyalties. The story had grown beyond the stadium, now encompassing secrets, betrayals, and personal vendettas. Meanwhile, the Cowboys were embroiled in a parallel storm. The star defender reportedly discovered that a teammate had spoken to the media without permission, sharing confidential information about internal conflicts. The defender allegedly confronted the teammate in a tense hallway exchange, reportedly shouting, "You've betrayed this team, and now everyone knows." The teammate, reportedly trembling, fired back, "I'm tired of being silenced while everything goes wrong." The argument drew attention from coaches and staff, who attempted to mediate but were reportedly ignored. Insiders claimed this confrontation revealed deeper fractures within the team, with players choosing sides and alliances shifting in real time. Fans were riveted, watching leaked footage, debating motives, and speculating whether the fallout could affect upcoming games. Tensions escalated further when reports emerged of a surprise visit by league officials to both teams. Sources claimed that officials had been monitoring the incidents throughout the night and requested private meetings with the Cardinals and Cowboys coaching staff. The goal, according to insiders, was to investigate possible violations of league conduct, including disputes spilling into public view, confrontations with family members, and allegations of deliberate miscommunication on the field. The visits reportedly intensified emotions, with players and coaches feeling scrutinized and pressured. Fans followed every leak and rumor, turning the drama into a national spectacle. Social media was ablaze, with posts, hashtags, and trending topics fueling speculation about suspensions, fines, and potential trade implications. The emotional stakes reached a climax late into the night when an unexpected confrontation occurred between the Cardinals' running back and the wide receiver. Sources claim the argument was sparked by residual anger from the game, compounded by frustrations over public perception. The running back allegedly shouted, "You think you're the only one carrying this team? Open your eyes." The wide receiver reportedly responded, "I've sacrificed more than anyone here. Don't tell me about effort." The confrontation reportedly escalated to the point where teammates physically separated the two. Fans watching the leaked footage were stunned, and commentators described it as an emotional explosion that could define the season. Insiders hinted that unless these personal conflicts were addressed, the team's future games could be jeopardized. The Cowboys faced a similar high-drama situation. The star defender reportedly demanded a private sit-down with his teammate who had spoken to the media. The conversation, according to sources, began civilly but quickly escalated into shouting, accusations, and threats of refusal to play if grievances were not addressed. The coaching staff reportedly intervened, but insiders claimed the emotional damage was already done. Fans shared clips online, igniting debates about accountability, loyalty, and whether the drama was overshadowing the sport itself. Social media platforms were flooded with speculation, analysis, and heated commentary, making it clear that the fallout from the game was far from over. Just as some fans began to breathe a sigh of relief, another twist emerged. A leaked video reportedly showed a secret argument between the Cardinals coach and a veteran player about future strategy, in which personal grudges were openly discussed. The quarterback was allegedly present and visibly furious, reportedly muttering, "So this is why nothing works. It's all politics." The wide receiver reportedly stormed out of the room, leaving the meeting in chaos. Sources claim the incident further fueled rumors of division within the team and sparked heated discussions online about trust, loyalty, and the potential for internal rebellion. Fans were shocked, analysts were speechless, and the story continued to unfold in real time. Meanwhile, the Cowboys' locker room reportedly became a stage for another confrontation. A rookie player allegedly challenged the star defender, claiming that he had been unfairly treated and that his contributions were being ignored. The defender reportedly shouted, "If you can't handle this, you have no place here," creating a tense standoff witnessed by multiple teammates. Insiders claimed the argument reflected deeper structural issues within the team, with players' personal grievances influencing professional decisions. Fans on social media reacted furiously, debating who was at fault and predicting how the conflict might affect future performance. The drama had evolved into a multi-layered saga of interpersonal conflict, organizational tension, and emotional upheaval. As dawn approached, both teams were reportedly still in heated discussion about the night's events. Insiders claimed private conversations, phone calls, and secret meetings were ongoing, with players and coaches attempting to resolve grievances while tempers remained high. Fans continued to follow every update, sharing theories, screenshots, and videos online. Commentators described the situation as an emotional storm unlike any NFL has ever seen, with personal vendettas, locker room politics, and family drama converging in a spectacle that transcended sports. The story was far from over, and insiders hinted that the ripple effects could influence the remainder of the season, affecting everything from team dynamics to playoff potential. Even as the sun rose, sources revealed unresolved tensions between players, coaching staff, and families. Rumors of secret alliances, ongoing disputes, and potential transfers began circulating online. The Cardinals quarterback reportedly had a private meeting with the coaching staff, while the wide receiver allegedly remained isolated, refusing to speak. The Cowboys' star defender reportedly continued discussions with teammates and staff, with insiders claiming that the emotional fallout could redefine the team's hierarchy. Fans remained glued to social media, dissecting leaks, speculating about motives, and debating the long-term consequences of the night's drama. The saga had transformed a single NFL game into a multi-dimensional narrative of emotion, rivalry, and suspense that would captivate audiences for weeks to come. And yet, despite all the chaos, one thing remained clear. The game had revealed not just athletic talent, but raw human emotion. Personal grievances, unresolved conflicts, and secret alliances had turned a routine matchup into a dramatic spectacle that no fan would forget. Insiders suggested that the weeks ahead would be filled with attempts at reconciliation, public statements, and perhaps more explosive confrontations. Fans around the world watched in anticipation, knowing that every revelation, every leaked conversation, and every emotional outburst could rewrite the story at any moment. The tension was palpable, the drama unstoppable, and the 2025 NFL season suddenly seemed less about touchdowns and tackles, and more about the personal battles raging behind the scenes. And so, after a night filled with chaos, shocking confrontations, and emotional explosions, the Arizona Cardinals versus Dallas Cowboys matchup will go down in history as one of the most dramatic games of the 2025 NFL season. Loyalties were tested, tempers flared, and personal rivalries spilled into the spotlight in ways that no fan could have predicted. From locker room disputes to heated family confrontations, from secret text messages to public arguments, every corner of the stadium seemed to echo with tension and suspense. Even now, insiders hint that not all conflicts have been resolved, leaving fans and analysts alike wondering what will happen next. Will the Cardinals manage to reconcile and regain unity? Can the Cowboys survive the internal storm and come back stronger? Or is this just the beginning of a season-long drama that will dominate headlines? The answers remain uncertain, and the stakes have never been higher. If you want to stay on top of every twist, betrayal, and emotional showdown, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss a moment of this unfolding saga. We want to hear from you too. Comment below with your thoughts. Who do you think handled the pressure better? Which team will recover first? And what do you predict will happen in the next explosive matchup? Join the conversation and let your voice be heard. Because in a season filled with drama, every fan's opinion counts. Stay tuned, stay alert, and get ready for more shocking revelations from the 2025 NFL season. You won't want to miss a single moment.